Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today what I'm going to be talking about is I'm going to be giving you my post-match thoughts from Scotland and Morocco. This match took place on Friday the 19th of June going into Saturday the 20th of June. And the full-time score was Scotland 0, Morocco 1. But before we talk about what happened in the game, I want to say apologies. It's now Wednesday night, and Scotland are actually coming up against Brazil in the next hour or so. They should be kicking off in about 55 minutes from now. So apologies, I've not been able to get it done. I've just not had a chance over the weekend, and I didn't get a chance. I've not had a chance all week to do it, but tonight's the only chance I've actually had. So it's going to feel really weird talking about a game that we've just had while coming to our game. So there's going to be no pre-match thoughts for the Brazil game. Apologies about that, but if Scotland get through to the knockouts, we'll be giving you pre-match thoughts. So before we start talking about, I just want to say a massive shout out to everyone still in high school who are in S3 Douglas 3D1. Yous were watching my channel in extended form this morning, so I really appreciate you doing that, and you even managed to get your teacher to subscribe, so thank you very much for doing that. I really appreciate it. Anyway, into the video. I'm going to be talking about what I think. I'm going to give you in the summary. I'm going to think what had to be better and what we did well. So, the full-time score, as I said, was Scotland 0, Morocco 1. Summary from the game: Scotland lined up in a 5-4-1, and I knew, yes, we need a point, but I knew as soon as I seen that formation, it was going to be a massive mistake for Scotland. It does not seem to work for them at all, and I had a feeling it wasn't going to work for them in this game either. Literally, not even a minute in, ball comes over the top, we're not communicating defensively, and the striker just goes smashes it in the top corner. 1-0 down, 70 odd seconds in. What's going on? Like, there's a back five, you're playing a back five for a reason. You want to try and be defensive, but you've lost the goal after 70 seconds because you can't get defenders to mark the right men and communicate properly. So that's pretty bad, and then Morocco still continues to have a good spell in the game. They were putting a few crosses into the box. We're defending them quite well, but we should be defending well at the start of the game. We were dealing with the crosses in our box quite well. Although I think Morocco could have had a couple of goals. I think Angus Gunn had to make one really good save. It's hard to try and remember because the game's so far in the past now and we're thinking about this one coming up. But yeah, Angus Gunn had to make one save, and then they missed a couple of chances. But they dominated a lot of the ball, Morocco. You know, they really liked keeping the ball. It's what the teams are going to try and do. They're going to try and keep the ball, and they're going to move it, and they're going to make options for it. So yeah, quite frustrating that we couldn't get the ball, but for the last 5-10 minutes of the first half, we started to, after the hydration break, it took about 5-10 minutes, but after that, Steve Clark, I think he'd said something about maybe the press, but we started to win a lot of the ball. Like when Morocco were coming in, we started to win it, and we started to get on the counter-attack, and it looked quite promising. I think half-time just came at the wrong time, because this is when we started to build a little bit of chances coming here, so half-time just came at the wrong time, I think. If it came a little bit later, I think we might have maybe been a week or second half. Not really much happened at the start, but Scotland were in control of the game, I thought, in the second half. I wouldn't say in control, I thought we played quite well in the second half. I thought we were the better team in the second half. Morocco were still trying to knock the ball about, but it's good play from these teams, possession styles, they work all the time for teams like that, so Scotland were doing quite well. You know, I think we're creating a few wee half chances. We didn't really have any shots on goal in the game, eh? We didn't have any shots on target. We didn't trouble our keeper, really. I remember Ryan Christie had a shot, went over the bar. Excuse me, I've not even watched this Brazil game yet, and I'm already yawning. But Christie had a shot over the bar. Things were looking to come, a ball in the box. Nothing just seemed to be landing at one of our players' feet, and then we get robbed from 2 penalty kicks. John McGinn is running. The Morocco player sticks his leg out, and it catches him. right on the side of the leg up here. Don't know, you can't see, but right on the side of the leg up here. Catches him. And he gave a free kick to Morocco for something similar where a Scotland player just stuck his leg out and he caught him in the side of his leg. And he doesn't give it when Scotland are in the box. Then McTominay's running, the Morocco player's already like falling down, and then he grabs McTominay's legs and it pulls him over. The referee doesn't even check the VAR screen. I don't think he had a conversation with the VAR, so it's shocking. So now he's actually been banned. He's actually having to serve a ban because he's not communicated right with his team there. I think they should all be banned from officiating at a World Cup again, because that is shocking, and that could have gave us the point that we needed. They just had to score 1 out of 2 penalties, and that could have gave us the point we needed, and even 3 points. And tonight's game would have been so much easier if that referee had given at least 1 of those 2 penalty kicks. And then in the end, I think we got a corner, but we failed to beat the front. We failed to beat the first man, so yeah, we fell to a 1-0 defeat after a goal inside the opening 70 seconds. So really disappointing coming into the game after a 1-1 against Haiti. We thought the mood would be high. It would be high, but you know, we didn't really get the performance we wanted from Scotland. We got the wrong team as well. So tonight's team is looking much better. I think it's 4-1-4-1 tonight, as I thought it would be. Well, a lot of people were saying it could be, but then at the end I thought maybe it might be that. I thought he might go 3-5-2. I wanted him to go 3-5-2, but oh well. He went 4-1-4-1, so let's see how that works out. So next one I'm going to talk about is just like what we did well in the game. What I think we did well in the game is after the hydration break, Steve Clarke pointed out that they were getting too much space on the ball, too much time on it, and it was looking quite bad for us. Like, we were getting probably laughed at by all the teams and all that. So I like how the players then stepped up and delivered what he said, because it's not a usual thing that happens with Scotland, if I'm going to be honest with you. And then just getting forward, you know, the counter-attack and trying new ways of doing stuff. So, you know, I thought it was actually, for once, I'm actually going to praise Steve Clarke for moments in that game. He did really, really well to get the team playing like how he did in that second half, and the ways he was creating attacks to try and confuse Morocco. But yeah, I think he really did that well, you know, changing the press up and making them win it on the first ball, be a little bit sharper to that first ball, and then it was working. Also, what I think Scotland did well is they started to get used to Morocco. They got used to them, not as quickly as we'd have liked to, obviously, with us losing the goal, but we got used to them, and we started finding ways to play around them. And they didn't have as much of the ball, Morocco. You know, we were winning a lot more of the ball than them. We started to win it more than what we were in the first half. We were sharper the first man, we were tighter on our men, not letting them get away from us. So it was really, really pleasing to see a bit of fight, you know, for once. Even the Haiti game, I didn't feel like there was a lot of fight going on. And even though it looks like they might be working hard, but I don't think they are enough. Sorry about that. And I also think that, trying to think now. I also thought, yeah, as I say, our way of creativity was quite good. You know, we were trying to put the ball in the box. It was going, on another day we have 3-4 goals, but at that point it just lands at a striker's feet and it just puts it in. It just didn't really want to land at anyone's feet, but I'm not going to complain, because I still thought we played pretty decent in the first half. In the second half, but the first half was quite poor. Now I'm going to talk about what needs to be better and what needs to be, and what I expect has been worked on. The team selection for a start, which was quite poor. 5-4-1. Gannon Doak was left out of the team after he was probably our best threat against Haiti. Shankland didn't get on the pitch. Curtis didn't get on the pitch. Nathan Patterson played over Aaron Hickey. It's poor from Steve Clarke. We need to stop being so defensive. It really annoys me. I want to be a football coach, right, when I'm growing up. The one thing I wouldn't do is play a back five. Now, hopefully Steve Clarke actually understands. He's got the team much better tonight. He did say he realised that he got it wrong. He's got it wrong for the last 2 major tournaments. The 2 years we were in, he played a back five. It didn't work. He needs to understand that. and he tries it again, but it doesn't work. So tonight he's got a 4-1-4-1. I don't think it's a formation we've used, so it'll be good to see. But the team selection has to be better from him in the future if we do get through. And we need to be better communication-wise from the start of the game. Marking opposing attackers. Communication from the start of the game. We shouldn't be losing a goal after 70 seconds. No team should. Especially any of the teams I'm supporting, because it gets really annoying. Gives the team that scored a boost, and then it could make the team that you're supporting turn them into just a bad day for them. It might not, but it might end up just being a 1-0 defeat, but you don't want to lose any game of football, obviously. So starting the games better, just being switched on, especially at the start and the end of games, but being switched on for all the game. Oh, I need to be better at just trying to get the ball to Ganondorf a bit more. I thought we did it well in the Haiti game, but when he came on against Morocco, we didn't really give him the ball too much. We still gave him it. He got it a lot towards the last 10 minutes, but we need to give him that a bit more. He's got the pace. He's the only one in that starting team that can actually beat players. So I need to do a lot better. The passing was really, really poor. I thought the passing was really, really poor from Scotland, actually. It was not good to see. So, anyway, that's enough complaining. Tonight, we are against Brazil. Our final game. All we need is a point. Well, if we lose, we can only lose by 1, maybe 2 goals, because goal difference is now on 0. 1 goal scored, 1 goal conceded. I'd say if you're losing by any more than 1-0, we might be struggling to get through. We're probably going to have to wait till Friday to find out. So, apologies that it's awful late in doing the video. I know, it's poor from me. Just not had a chance, eh? Things come up sometimes. I promise though the schedule will be a little bit better. We sorted the schedule out with Steny, we done a little bit better with them. We started getting the schedule a bit better, because the schedule was all over the place at some point. So it's going to be better with Scotland in the World Cup. It's been a lot to think about, and I've just been quite busy, to be fair. So yeah, there's no pre-match thoughts for the Brazil game, unfortunately, but there'll be post-match thoughts from it regardless of the score. So anyway guys, that's it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share my channel. People who don't know my channel, but they could be interested in it. I want to say thank you for your support recently. It's been absolutely amazing. 187 subscribers, I think, when I looked earlier. So I'll go back and check that now. So yeah, I really appreciate your support. Let me know your score predictions down below in the comments, and let's see it for a Scotland win. On Scotland. Again, apologies for the late upload and no pre-match thoughts. I'm going to try not to let it happen again. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you watch the Scotland game, enjoy that, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers and goodbye for now.